What's going on, everyone? DJ Fitness News Reviews, and together with me for the sixth time, Hooligan by Apollon Nutrition version 6. Version 6, people. 6. Yeah, people, I'm gonna take you through the label of this thing. This is a long ass label, very much in an Apollon Nutrition tradition. Definitely for Hooligan. But then I'm actually gonna share with you my personal experience using this one over the last week or so. Yeah, I'm gonna try and tell you what's the difference between this version and the previous version. There's not a lot of differences on label. And then, towards the end of the video, as usual on this channel, right here from the world's only FDA-proof bunker, I'm gonna give you my final verdict should you still actually give a shit. And all I'm gonna ask in return, by the way, is that you hit that like button. Okay guys, so Apollon Nutrition. Yeah, people, most of you watching this video know the company. Been around for a while, but really in the last 2 years became a mainstay in the steam junkie, high quality, hardcore world, right? Apollon Nutrition Assassin pre-workout, Apollon Nutrition limited editions, Time Cop, Double Impact. Then they have Lionheart for battle sports and high intensity interval training, pre-workouts. I'm talking just pre-workouts. They have Black Tulip, thermogenic pre-workout. And these are, and then obviously they have Hooligan, then they have Bare Knuckle, they have Blood Sport, which for pumps and steam. Dudes, and then and these are just pre-workouts. There's a bunch of other products, obviously 2 fat burners, actually 3 if you look at the steam free. Anyway, people, huge line of products, very much a fan favorite on the Fitness Daily News channel and site. Anyway, people, Hooligan. So Hooligan was one of these original oh shit moment pre-workouts. When you look at the label, the original Hooligan had 600 milligrams of caffeine. And I remember at the time, I'm talking like 3 years ago or something like that, when I first ran into the company, people were like going crazy around this 600 milligrams of caffeine. Oh my god, you might die. And then so Apollon Nutrition, the next versions actually moved it up to 700 milligrams of caffeine just to prove a point. And no one died. Go figure. At least no one that I know of died. Right. Anyway, people. So Hooligan always, you know, in the lineup of Apollon Nutrition pre-workouts, Hooligan was always this full, complete pump, power, energy pre-workout. Wasn't, even though obviously it's a steam junkie pre-workout because it has tons of caffeine, it's not one of these extreme, never was one of these extreme pre-workouts, right? It was always about performance. It was always about pumps. It was always about power, right? Full formula. That's why you never saw here any DMHA, Arayagenesis, no Alpha-O, no shit like that. Pure power, performance, energy formula. Anyway, people, so Hooligan version 6. So version 5, which I reviewed, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. Apollon Nutrition tends to change a formula every 18 months, maybe 2 years, sometimes even a year. Drives me crazy, people. Yeah, so Apollon Nutrition that I reviewed version 5 a year ago. Awesome pre-workout. You can check out the review below, even though that version got replaced, but you can go back to it. On label, there's not a lot of changes between version 5 and version 6. This is not one of these complete revolutions where the pre-workout, you know, you scrap the label and then you put totally different new ingredients. There's a lot of similarities on label. Actually, there's definitely more similarities than new things on the label. So I'm going to take you through the differences. I'm going to take you through the entire thing, but I'm going to mention the differences really high level. And then we're going to talk about the experience because I've been using this. This is today, I trained on it for the 3rd time. Yeah, I never do one-time reviews, people. You know, I don't know, you never know how you're going to feel if the fact that you felt good or bad with a pre-workout is because you just had a shitty day, you didn't sleep at night, you have shit on your mind, you're sick. One time never works for me. So I did review this 3 times. I've had it here for a week, so I reviewed it the day on, day off over the last week or so. Okay, people, let's get into this. So this is a crazy ass level. So you have 20 and 40 servings. We are the 20 servings. Everything I'm going to talk about is 20 servings. We're the full scoop channel, right? So 1 scoop, 28.15 grams. Yeah, that is a big ass scoop. Okay, as far as what's in it, so you have the L-citrulline at 8 grams. So that's 1 more gram of L-citrulline, pure L-citrulline for pumps. So it had 7 grams in the previous version. Then for pumps, more. I'm not gonna go by order. There's agmatine sulfate at 1.5 grams, which is I think exactly the same. Pink Himalayan salt at 500 milligrams. Yeah, 600 milligrams. Actually, that's double than what was before. So pink Himalayan salt is sort of a silent killer for pumps. Really like it. Apollon Nutrition started doing this on Hooligan and a bunch of others, and now they're increasing the ante with double the amount, plus the agmatine, plus the amount of L-citrulline. Hooligan was always about, different from Assassin, Hooligan was always about a solid pump and power formula. Speaking of pumps and power, you have beta-alanine at 3.2 grams, so that's for the tingling. We like the tingling here on the channel, by the way. If you're new to this channel, you don't like the beta-alanine tingling, get the fuck off my channel. We like, you can stay. Hey, whoa. You can stay. Just, we're not going to be very good friends. We like the tingling here. We like it. They put us in the zone. Like the tingling. Like it. Okay. L-tyrosine for focus. Let's go into the focus formula here. So you have focus and energy. You have L-tyrosine at 2 grams. I think that's exactly the same amount for focus. You have alpha GPC at 600 milligrams, which is the clinical dose. Love alpha GPC for focus. Then you have lion's mane at 1 freaking gram. Next stage, new age, nootropic, same amount as the previous one. So I think that these 3 ingredients are exactly the same amount. Then you have theobromine at 500. Yes, people, I said 500 milligrams. I think that this is double the previous amount. So theobromine is I like theobromine. When it comes together with caffeine and a bunch of other stimulants and focus ingredients, it has this effect on me of almost like not mood elevation. It's not like mood elevation, but it just gets me motivated in a good amount. And again, you never know what exactly makes these things work. You know, a label like this has so many things. You never know exactly. I just have good experience with theobromine. 500 milligrams, I do believe it's the largest amount I've ever seen of theobromine. Caffeine at 450 milligrams for 1 scoop. So that's the same thing as it was in the previous one. They also have dicaffeine malate at 150 milligrams, so 200 milligrams, altogether about 600 milligrams of caffeine, fast impacting and slow release caffeine. That was also in the previous version. They also added coffee berry, whole caffeine fruit extract, to 100 milligrams. Is another energy stimulant nootropic type thing. So that's a different thing. So the coffee berry is a new addition. The previous 2 versions of caffeine were also in the previous version, in version 5, which was always about, Hooligan was always about long-lasting energy throughout the day. Yeah, so this one, so they added the coffee berry, so that's an addition. Rhodella rosea was always there, was also there in the previous version. So that's going to help you with focus. It's going to help you with a bit of a nootropic effect. And that's it. And then they have estrogen for absorption. So listen, so the biggest changes here is a bit of changes on the pump formula, even more theobromine and the coffee berry extract, and then slight differences on the other stuff, right? Like on the amount of Himalayan pink salt and things like that. But generally speaking, very much the same amount, which I'm actually happy. I'm happy Apollon didn't go crazy and scrap it and start it from the beginning. People who love Hooligan for what it is. Long-lasting energy, nootropic effect, good focus, long-lasting energy, serious pumps, muscle power output. By the way, I forgot the Elevate TP. It's also here for power output. And then that's what they like it. So I'm glad that Apollon didn't go crazy and change it. Okay, people, let's get into the experience. Let me tell you, does this thing feel any different? What did I feel over the last 3 times that I used it? And we'll move on with our life, people. And I'll give you the final verdict. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the flavor. They have 3 flavors coming out. I think there's similar flavors to, no, actually there's like a mango flavor that wasn't in the previous versions. The flavor I have is strawberry margarita. This has been, I think, a flavor that's been around since day 1 of Hooligan, I think. Anyway, strawberry margarita. So as far as the flavor, listen, it's not, Apollon Nutrition with flavors in pre-workouts was never the best, right? This is another one. This feels very much like the previous versions of Apollon Nutrition, Hooligan, the strawberry margarita. It's an okay flavor. It's okay. It's not, there's a bit of an aftertaste, but it's nothing offensive. You're gonna survive. Listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, fuck! Seriously, fuck your scale of 1 to 10 for flavor. You're putting all this shit in your body. Listen, serious, look at this list. Look at it! This looks like a fucking medicine cabinet. You're putting all this shit in your body with 600 milligrams of caffeine and all that stuff, and you care about flavor? Seriously, as long as it's not offensive, as long as you're not gonna be afraid of drinking it, who the fuck cares? You're not gonna be afraid of drinking it. It's fine. It's okay. There's a bit of an aftertaste. Live with it, man. Man up! Okay. As far as the actual experience, people, let me give you the actual experience. So listen, people, I would say to a large extent, this is very similar to version 5 from an experience perspective, and I'll tell you the biggest differences or the smallest differences, small differences in a second. But this is very similar, which I actually, like I said, really like. There's not a big difference. This energy on this one lasts forever. I want to say that from a difference perspective, the only thing I would say is that it feels to me that the energy kicks a bit stronger at the beginning. I don't know exactly what it is. It does kick a bit stronger. Again, nothing crazy. Just consistent, smooth, productive working out energy. It feels with this one, it kicks a bit harder. The long-lasting effect is still very much the same. Interestingly enough, even though it has so much caffeine and theobromine and all this shit, this thing hits you in 20 minutes, and then it just lasts forever. This is the thing with the energy here. This is a focused, productive energy for literally 6-7 hours. Very similar to version 5. I treat Hooligan as a pre-workout plus an all-day nootropic. I take this thing in the morning, I work out, I have the buzz, the beta-alanine buzz, I have the pumps, I have the power, I have the energy to work out, and then this shit just lasts forever. I don't take any other energy pill, I don't need a bang energy, I don't need anything, because the energy of this thing is sort of a nootropic focused energy for like 6-7 hours post-workout. It's not a buzz, it's not post-workout buzz, it's just like you took a nootropic. That's what this thing feels, and this is very much the same with this one. Lasts forever. This shit lasts forever. Like I said, it's a pre-workout for 2-3 hours, a nootropic for 6-7 more hours. That's the way that this thing is. As far as the focus experience, to me it felt very much the same like the previous one. I didn't feel a lot of upgrade from the previous one. I don't think you needed an upgrade. The previous one was amazing as far as focus. This one, again, is very good as far as focus. Extremely good. And this, again, contributes to the pre-workout for 2-3 hours, and then for as far as the actual experience later on a nootropic. So this was very much for me the same as far as the focus. Like I said, the only difference, some of you might like it, the energy does feel like it kicks in a bit stronger at the beginning, and again, it lasts forever afterwards. As far as the pump experience, there's a bit of differences here in the pump formula. I didn't feel the difference. Again, very much one of the best pump formulas in a high steam pre-workout around. You don't need to add any pump formula to this thing. This has a solid pump formula. Another thing I would add to this is that just like previous versions, the power output, like as far as your ability to push weight, to go through the motions, to go for 2 hours and endurance, this thing, if you're looking for a high steam pre-workout that lasts for freaking ever, and you're actually okay with this experience of 3 hours of a pre-workout and then a nootropic for the rest of the day, focused, motivational, productive energy, nothing crazy. You want a pump formula and an endurance formula that can help you actually get pumped, right? Dry pumps, by the way, dry pumps. This is not wet pumps, dry pumps, and be able to push weight, right? This is a power lifter pre-workout, right? This is a bodybuilder pre-workout. This is when you actually came to train. If this is what you're like, if you want heart rate going up, if you're looking for crazy ass smooth elevation, euphoria, Hooligan was never about that. Try Assassin, try other pre-workouts. This is for people who came to train and they want this shit to last forever. Version 6 is very much like version 5, hits a bit harder, a bit stronger. I don't want to even say harder. Hits a bit stronger at the beginning. It's a beautiful pre-workout. Beautiful pre-workout for people who came to train. Listen people, this one is launching today. I'm going to link below to the page on Fitness Genius. We're going to try and have for you a launch coupon on the Apollon site, and then after this the launch event is off, you're going to find the best prices from all over the web. I'm going to link to that below. Listen! If this review was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here, people. This is what we do here. We give you our honest, unbiased freaking opinion.